We live in a world that constantly reminds us to succeed. From a very young age, people are encouraged to compete, to be better, faster, and more impressive than others. Success is often presented as the ultimate goal, something that defines our value and proves that our lives are meaningful. In many societies today, especially in modern and urban environments, success is not just a personal desire but a social expectation. This pressure shapes the way people think, work, and even feel about themselves. Competition is everywhere. It exists in schools, workplaces, social media, and even in personal relationships. Students are compared by grades and achievements. Employees are measured by performance, productivity, and promotions. On social media, people compare lifestyles, careers, bodies, and happiness. These comparisons create an invisible race, where everyone feels the need to move forward constantly, even when they are already exhausted. In such a world, slowing down can feel like falling behind. One reason the pressure to succeed feels so heavy is that success is often defined in very narrow terms. Many people grow up believing that success means having a high-paying job, a respected position, or a luxurious lifestyle. While these things are not wrong, they become problematic when they are treated as the only valid measures of a good life. When success is reduced to numbers, titles, and public recognition, people begin to ignore other important aspects of life, such as mental health, relationships, and personal fulfillment. The competitive nature of modern society is closely connected to economic uncertainty. In a world where jobs are unstable and opportunities feel limited, people are afraid of failure. Failure is no longer seen as a learning experience, but as a personal weakness. Many believe that if they fail once, they may never recover. This fear pushes individuals to work harder, take fewer breaks, and constantly prove their worth. Over time, this mindset can lead to chronic stress and emotional exhaustion. Technology has also intensified the pressure to succeed. Social media platforms allow people to present only the best moments of their lives. Success stories are shared widely, while struggles remain hidden. When people scroll through these platforms, they often forget that what they see is not the full picture. They compare their behind-the-scenes reality with someone else's carefully edited highlights. This creates unrealistic expectations and makes people feel inadequate, even when they are doing reasonably well. The pressure to succeed affects not only adults but also young people. Children and teenagers today face high expectations from parents, teachers, and society. Many are encouraged to plan their futures early, choose the right path, and avoid mistakes. While guidance can be helpful, excessive pressure can take away the joy of learning and exploration. Young people may become afraid to try new things if there's a risk of failure. Instead of developing curiosity and creativity, they focus only on results. In the workplace, competition often leads to long working hours and blurred boundaries between professional and personal life. Many employees feel guilty for resting or taking time off. Productivity becomes closely linked to self-worth. If someone is busy, they are seen as important. If they are tired, they believe they are not doing enough. This culture encourages people to ignore their limits, even when their health is at risk. Burnout becomes common, yet it is rarely addressed seriously. Another important aspect of this pressure is the idea that success must happen quickly. Society celebrates overnight success and young achievers. Stories of people who succeed early in life are admired, while slower paths are often ignored. This creates a false sense of urgency. People feel they are running out of time, even when they are still young. They rush important life decisions, fearing that patience will cost them their chance to succeed. However, the truth is that success is rarely a straight line. It often involves setbacks, delays, and unexpected changes. Many successful individuals experience long periods of uncertainty before reaching stability. Yet these parts of the story are often left out. When people only hear about the final results, they believe their own struggles are signs of failure rather than normal parts of growth. The emotional cost of constant competition should not be underestimated. Anxiety, self-doubt, and feelings of inadequacy are common in highly competitive environments. People begin to measure their value based on external approval instead of internal satisfaction. When achievements bring only temporary relief rather than lasting fulfillment, individuals may feel empty even after reaching goals they once dreamed of. Despite these challenges, it is important to recognize that competition itself is not entirely negative. Healthy competition can motivate people to improve, learn new skills, and push their limits. The problem arises when competition becomes the only way to define success and self-worth. When people compete without understanding their own values, they risk losing direction and meaning in their lives. Redefining success is a crucial step toward reducing unnecessary pressure. Success does not have to look the same for everyone. For some, it may mean financial stability. For others, it may mean work-life balance, meaningful relationships, or personal growth. When individuals take time to reflect on what truly matters to them, they can make choices that align with their values rather than social expectations. Learning to accept failure as part of the journey is also essential. Failure provides valuable lessons and builds resilience. People who allow themselves to fail often develop stronger problem-solving skills and emotional strength. Instead of asking, "How can I avoid failure?" it may be more helpful to ask, "What can I learn from this experience?" This shift in mindset reduces fear and encourages long-term growth. Another way to manage the pressure to succeed is by setting realistic goals. Ambition is important, but it should be balanced with self-awareness. When goals are based on comparison rather than personal desire, they often lead to dissatisfaction. Realistic goals consider individual strengths, limitations, and life circumstances. They allow progress without constant self-criticism. Support systems also play a key role in dealing with pressure. Honest conversations with friends, family, or colleagues can remind people that they are not alone. When struggles are shared openly, success becomes less isolating. Communities that value well-being over constant achievement create safer spaces for individuals to grow at their own pace. In a competitive world, slowing down can feel uncomfortable, but it is sometimes necessary. Rest is not a sign of weakness. It is a requirement for sustainability. Taking breaks allows people to reconnect with themselves and reflect on their direction. Without rest, even the most driven individuals eventually lose motivation and clarity. Ultimately, the pressure to succeed reflects deeper questions about identity and purpose. When people define themselves only by achievements, they risk losing sight of who they are beyond their roles. A meaningful life is not built solely on competition but on balance, self-understanding, and connection. Success should support life, not replace it. As society continues to evolve, it is worth reconsidering the messages we send about success. Encouraging effort, curiosity, and resilience may be more valuable than celebrating only outcomes. In doing so, we create a world where people are allowed to grow without constant fear of falling behind. In a truly successful society, progress is measured not only by achievement but by well-being, understanding, and the freedom to choose one's own path.